Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Jets Radio. That intro song still sounds so awesome, man. What's up, Prime Time?
How you doing, man?
How are you doing?
Hanging in there. We finally got some football news. It feels like we've been on the same topics for like the last 2 months. So, it's finally nice to hear some signings. You got a couple cuts, so feel like we're almost there.
Yeah, at Talk Jets Radio, Instagram and Twitter. At Let's Talk Jets Radio on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for reaching out, all the messages. We appreciate all the support. And Prime Time, we got a cut today. They've made a move, man. Henry Anderson is gone. Does that mean they're going after Deshaun Watson? They're freeing up all this space for Deshaun Watson? I mean, this is it, right?
Are people really trying to connect those dots? I mean, is that what we're really doing now? I mean, Jesus.
So fucking stupid,
it's not like this move
man.
wasn't inevitable. I mean, we've been talking about it for months. Henry Anderson, Van Roten, Alex Lewis, guys like that, they're going to be cut. It's just a matter of when at this point.
So stupid, man. People are so desperate for a story or a headline like, I told you Jets are making these moves. I'm like, bro, this is all obvious. Like, anything happening now, it's all obvious. The goal for the Jets gets about $80 million in cap space, as we all talked about it. Has nothing to do with Watson. Has nothing to do with Sam Darnold. This is called the business we all expected. Like, come on, man.
Completely agree, dude. Completely agree.
And you know what, Prime Time? I mean, the new thing now, this is the new thing. This is what we always embrace our listeners and our followers and supporters. The new thing now is we're getting direct messages threatening us, saying, you know what, bro, I want to come on your show and fire up my hot take and prove you guys all wrong and do all this shit. So everybody's challenging us. So we're going to welcome all your hot takes and all your fiery opinions, and we welcome disagreements and debates. This is what we're here for. So if you don't like what we're saying, this is what we're here for. But I assure you, this is not like other shows. We're going to sit here and just take it. We're going to give it back to you as well. So do not waffle. Do not come up with some bullshit because we will roast you. And if you do not like confrontation, this is probably not the right show for you. Maybe go to some other podcast. But this show, Prime Time, you can vouch for this. We are all about confrontation. If you're going to call us out and blast us on Twitter, like blast me all you want on Twitter, but come on the show. We're giving you the outlet. You have it tonight, usually on Monday night on YouTube. We do Friday night. We have plenty of avenues. Just come on. Come join this chaos. I welcome it.
Everybody's a keyboard warrior. Everybody's got the Twitter fingers. But again, like you said, we're live multiple times on YouTube. We've allowed the viewers to join us. We're live every Tuesday night. We haven't missed a week in I don't know how many years. We got the number. It's always posted. So if you got anything to say, hop on. We can ditch it as well. So feel free. The only thing I can't stand, I'm all for the hot takes, the cold takes, whatever. I just can't stand how many people out there claim to have sources on this quarterback situation. Every day it's somebody new with, inside information, knowing what the Jets are doing, who they prefer, who they don't prefer. I'm just over all the rumors at this point with all that shit.
Yeah, but there's somebody that he followed me on Instagram, he followed me on Twitter, he followed the show account, and he's like, I want Tyson to know that I want to argue with him. Bro, we don't hide.
What?
We don't delete our tweets. We don't delete our videos. We don't hide from nothing. Listen, what was it? The rapper, what was it, Rapper Lou on YouTube? He called me out. He's like, we brought him right on. The next call, we brought him right on. And then we actually had a fun debate. But this dude is just attacking the shit out of me, and I welcome it. Please. But if you're gonna bring your A game on Twitter, please bring it on this radio show. We'll roast the shit out of you if you don't. Just so you know. I'm tired of getting these direct messages, dude. I'm tired of it. So bring it on. 929-477-2651. Come on the show and argue with me.
It's so funny, though, how the tone changes. Most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, where, 90% it seems like on Twitter it's always the aggressive, I'm going to take your take down and all this shit. And then the second they go on is, I love you guys, I listen to you every week. And so, it becomes a little bit more respectful, and they lose a little bit of that, that swagger that they had online. So it's funny how that works sometimes.
Yeah, this dude got me today. I'm like, listen, bro. I'm like, I don't even care what we're arguing about. Just call it and argue with me. If you're this confident you're going to roast this shit out of me, just do it. Like, I welcome it. I don't, like, we're not scared. It's like it's a football conversation. But, like, to follow me on every social media thing, like, God damn, dude. Like, we're just we're just fucking fans. But do you want to take it down this path? Let's go.
Got my popcorn ready. Let's do it.
I'm always ready. So we'll bring on Waffle King. Tyrone, what's up, man?
Yo, you know what's so funny, bro? I was thinking the same thing you're mentioning right now, because I've been getting hit all week. And I told a couple of people myself, if you got a problem, come on the show, bro. And I just want to let anybody know that has a problem with my opinion. I'm a regular guy, just calling in the show, giving my opinions. So if you feel you need to come in and come after me, I need you to do one thing. Go back in the archives and listen to some of my previous calls when people came for me. Don't come for me if I didn't send for you. But if you do decide to come, be prepared for what comes next. All I'm going to put out there. How you guys doing tonight?
No, that's the thing, dude. Like, listen, I'm all for I've been wrong a gazillion times, but, like, if you're going to, like, attack us and shit, I'm like, bro, come on. Like, listen, we don't hide. Right. Like, listen, and I can argue quarterbacks. I can argue coaches. I can argue whatever the fuck you want. I have no problem doing it. I'm here for it. I just like we're just fans, man. We're not charging for our content. We're not experts. We're not credentialed. We're not shit but fans. But man, some of these guys just these attacks. God damn.
I listened to the Friday show, right? My man Jose, bro. When I say, man, he was just going up prime time. That's my guy right there, yo. He had me dying, bro. I had tears in my eyes, yo, for real. Great show. I ain't even gonna play, fellas. Y'all murdered that. But nah, man. I mean, people take it out of context. Like, yo, bro, we've never said that we're experts. It's on our own personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what's going to be done is going to be done, man. But, you know, I mean, I just keep getting these messages, man, you're wrong and you don't know. And exactly, I don't know. Who the fuck am I to say I know? I ain't getting paid for this shit, bro. I ain't out here. This is my job, bro. I mean, come on, man. Kill that dumb shit, bro. Get you a life. Go find you a female and snuggle up with her. Get you something warm to hug on to, bro.
Listen, dude, it's social media. I welcome it. Listen, we fire out takes. It's all about debate and shit. But then it's like, listen, if you want to go at it, well, come on. This is what we're here for. We got it's a slow time of year. We can only argue about Sam Darnold so much before it gets boring for everybody. So let's do it now. Call in. And this one person, they're obviously a regular listener. I'm talking to you, dude. Call in tonight. I've had it. Like, I don't even give a shit what horrible take you have. I want to hear it live. I guarantee it will be nowhere near as good as you think it is in your head. So
I'm looking forward.
That's where I'm at, man. I can't take no more.
We about to have some fun tonight. It sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah. It's like, dude, and it's like, the funny thing is, like, everybody has their opinion on the draft and the quarterbacks. And listen, like Primetime said earlier, we have no idea. Like, the one journalist was saying, well, Deshaun Watson was in Miami on Friday and Saturday. That means he's going to Miami. No, that means he's going on vacation, dude. He's going to a sponsored event. Like, do we have to be this simplistic where we're going to do this? We're that desperate for headlines and that desperate for clicks. Like, that's where we're at now. Like, it's just wild, this stuff, and people believe it. I'm like, at some point, have a mind of your own and put two and two together, and don't be the sucker that clicks on all the bullshit and give these, because all it does is give these guys fuel to write more of this bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like you're actually, people complain about clickbait and then click on it. Like, you're feeding into the problem.
Well, everybody's a source now, and that's the whole problem, man. You know, you're a source, but you got like 20. You have 20 followers. Listen, man, nobody knows what Houston's going to do. Nobody knows what Deshaun Watson's going to go to. Nobody knows what Joe Douglas' plans in evaluation of Sam. Nobody knows that. All we can do is give our opinion, what we would like to see happen. You know what I'm saying? And that can change daily. I mean, you know, you sit there looking at it. I mean, you can factor in, yeah, okay, Sam didn't play well, or this guy looks good. Everybody looks good in shorts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to look good at their pro day, bro. It's a scripted play, bro. You telling me that if you look bad on your pro day, whoever your agent is, you need to be fired immediately, bro. You have to be stupid as hell to look bad on your pro day. So guys who have bad pro days, especially quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying, that's somebody in your circle that's not doing their job. I mean, so of course these guys are going to look. You know, so you think Wilson's not going to look good? You think Fields not going to look good? You think Lance not going to – these guys are going to look excellent, bro. You know what I'm saying? My man from Alabama, Matt Jones, he's going to look fucking amazing, bro, because it's scripted.
Well, and the other thing, too, is, like, if somebody's going to tell me right now – I mean, the funny thing is everybody's saying all this shit now on March 2nd. I'm sure the tweets will be deleted by April 30th. but everybody's like, oh, dude, this guy's a lock. This is the best ever, this, that. Dude, the draft is a lottery ticket. We don't know. You can think you may have the best guy in the world. Like, listen, as much as we like Trevor Lawrence may not pan out and be like the next Andrew Luck for all we know. We don't know what any of these guys are going to be. And you have all these analysts that say, oh, this guy is he is the next so-and-so. And within 2 years, he could be out of the league. We don't know anything. So for anybody to come and say, I guarantee you this, dude, it's just not possible. Mock drafts are 20% right, if that, every year. Like, analysts are wrong. Like, I want somebody, like, I begged last year for somebody to make a website and get the top 20 analysts, mark down their final mock draft, put them all in a big spreadsheet, make your website that, and then grade it when they're done the first round. And I guarantee you, Tyrone, they are probably, 12, 13% right? And that's the best. That's the best they're going to be.
Listen, no one. Everyone knows what the first pick in the draft is. That's easy. There's not an analyst out here that has a slight clue of what's going to happen with the pick 2. Nope. I mean, do you know how many different scenarios can happen with pick 2 depending on what, what happens? So nobody knows what's going to happen. they can only assume that, Like, it's funny because these guys will tear somebody down because they might not like the kid. You don't know if it's personal or whatever. Yep. I mean, like, what Mel Kiper said about Wilson, bro, it damn near, bro, like, it was like, wow. Like, bro, like, that was just crazy. For an analyst to say this, But at the end of the day, somebody's going to fall in love with this kid, But these guys aren't proven, man. You don't know what these guys are going to do. These guys haven't played one snap in the NFL, man. I'm sorry, man. So, we all, this is fun. So it's supposed to be fun. When you start doing this and this becomes, you get mad, you're frustrated, or you ready to, you ready to fight somebody, or your fingers get to talking and something, you're ready to check your ass can't cash. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, get you a life, man, for real. And I'm being real with you, man. If you follow any one of Tyson's sites, you know what he does every afternoon. So just a little food for thought.
I'm not even that, but it's just like, I just find it funny. Like, if you want to light up my social media, just come on the show. Let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
so we're gonna
just keep it positive.
We're gonna go to Mike in Jersey City. Mike, what's up, man?
What's going
on,
Mike?
Guys? How you guys doing?
Hey, doing good, man. So how you feeling, bro? Well, how do you like what happened today with Henry Anderson, bro? How you feel about that?
I mean, it was inevitable, as Tyson was saying. Like people were going to be cut. He was the first, piece to fall. But I, fully expect more to happen. Probably Ryan Griffin and Alex Lewis would be my next best guess as to who's going to be next. I mean, if you look at the big ones, Crowder's like $10.5 million, right?
Yep,
if we cut him, he's the biggest one, and I think they probably will end up cutting him. And then Griffin's only like $1.something million. I think Alex Lewis is like 3.5. But yeah, Crowder's a big one. But anyway, I guess I want to see if kind of pick your minds and see if you guys have budged on because obviously, throughout the week, people are just throwing out, trade guesstimations and what they think, what Joe Douglas would perhaps send over to the Texans for Watson. So I guess I want to see if you guys have had any different thoughts since the last time, because I'm still very much not willing to give up Quinnen Williams. And I guess I've seen a lot of okay, we give him number 2, number 34, a 22 first, and Quinnen Williams. But then what if you give them 2 23, a 22, and a 23? Why would the Texans? How does someone justify that the ball essentially is in their court after time and time again that Watson has stated, and now he's even stated and spoke with the head coach and told him straight up, I don't want to play here anymore, right? And so, why would it all just come down to Quinnen Williams? Is I guess what I'm saying, because if you offer them that 4th first instead of those 3 firsts and Quinnen Williams, well, I mean, what's the big deal? What's the difference? You can't just, Quinnen was a first anyway, right? So we're just giving them a first instead of Quinnen Williams. I'd much rather do that than give them.
Well, see,
anything.
but see, Mike, there's so many levels to this. First of all, we don't know. Like, first of all, you got to know who are you competing against. Like, who are the Jets competing against? Because no other team can offer the number 2 pick in the draft. That's first and foremost. So the Dolphins want to offer 3. Guess what? It's not number 2. So we have the hottest commodity available. It's the number 2 pick in the draft. So it's furthermore, it's like what you draw your line in the sense that, listen, this is our best offer, and this is it. Like, we know what we have in terms of value. Like, we can offer more than any other team just in draft compensation alone. So you don't need to throw in a player if you don't want to. Furthermore, then Deshaun Watson's going to say he wants to come here too. It's the other part of this. But, like, a lot of this shit is just shooting ducks, man. They're just throwing things in the air. It's okay, let's shoot something and see what happens. You got to throw in Quentin Williams. I saw one where it's like you got to throw in Denzel Mims. Like, dude, it's all just nonsense, man. Like, when the Houston Texans, when the Houston Texans say we're ready to talk deal, which they're going to, in my opinion, right, for the draft, because the writing's on the wall. Even all their beat writers are saying it's time for them to do it. But the number 2 pick in the draft is a top commodity, dude.
But hold on, Tyson. This is my problem, man. And this is why it really, really shows you how bad Houston really is, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've never seen a team this combobulated, even worse than we ever have been at our worst points. You're telling me that, you know what I'm saying, instead of getting ready to prepare to move this player who doesn't want to be there, who is no scenario really going to stay there, you know what I'm saying, you're just killing the value of it. So I'm sorry, man. I think the longer it's stretched out, the worse deal they're going to get. You know what I'm saying? That's what I actually believe. And I'm telling you, man, if Houston waits till after the draft to do something this stupid, bro, I'm telling you, bro, they have to be the dumbest team in history. But I think what happens, I don't think they get 3 ones, bro. I don't think they'll get that, bro. I think that what's going to end up happening is they're going to get so close to the draft that it's either going to really, really throw things off for them or any other team, because you know what I'm saying, teams already get their draft board together now, you know what I'm saying? And to me, that Deshaun Watson would be a great asset. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, with Houston trying to figure out a way to keep a player who doesn't want to be kept, you know what I'm saying? They're just killing the value of it. So I think all these major deals, they got to have 4 ones. They're not getting fucking 4 ones, bro. They're not getting 4 ones. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Watson is the kind of player that will give you 4 ones a month ago, 3 weeks ago. But the longer they drag it out, I think it's the better deal Joe Douglas could get. And like Tyson says, we in all access, we have the first pick in the draft, period. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know what Jacksonville's going to do. The draft starts with us. Whatever decision we make, it's going to make a break. So if Houston go with Miami and someone trades up to get 2 and we don't take a quarterback, then you're not going to get the quarterback you want. You know what I'm saying? You're going to settle for whatever you can get after that. You feel me? So that's
kind of also what I'm saying, though. Like, people are saying, like, okay, are you going to, like, say no and then have Carolina or the Fins take them? And I'm like, are you guys, like, really just forgetting how valuable the number 2 pick is? Unless the Fins or Carolina are literally willing to give them like 5 firsts and a couple of proven players, we off the bat have the better offer. Just
I mean, listen,
number 2.
GM to GM, we have the best offer we can give them, period. Hands down, the best offer is coming from us. There's nobody can top that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what that is. You know what I'm saying? To me, it makes sense for us to get Deshaun Watson. It makes sense for us. It makes sense for Houston, because I think that we both are in a situation that we can still build around our team. We can still do what we have to do. To me, going to Carolina gives us 4 ones or 3 ones to get Deshaun Watson. Listen, they're not a full team. I know they lost 5 or 6 games by 3 points or less or whatever. You know, so by 3 points. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the fact of the matter is, you kill a team like that.
But the thing is like this, and this is what I'll go back to. If the Texans are going to trade Deshaun Watson, they need a quarterback. What's the best way to get a quarterback? The number 2 pick in the draft. You can do whatever you want. You could take the best quarterback, in your opinion, in the draft after Trevor Lawrence, and you move on with your organization.
That's what I'm saying. But see,
but I'm saying if you take Carolina's pick at 8, what are you going to do at 8? You're going to sit and hope and pray that somebody falls to you, and your replacement is going to be like what, your 3rd, possibly your 4th best option in the draft. You can't even sell it. You can't sell it to anybody.
Bruh, that's why I say we're the best fit for the deal. That's why I said that if they really were planning on moving Deshaun Watson, they would have moved him, because it makes no sense to go to anybody else. San Francisco's 12. Miami's 3. Carolina's 8. we had the second pick of the draft. That means whatever quarterback you value higher than anybody else you could have after Trevor Lawrence. What other deal would you need to make? You know what I'm saying? It makes no logical sense unless, you know what I'm saying, but they're an illogical organization. So, I mean, you can expect the worst. I'm telling you, bro, somebody's going to steal Deshaun Watson for peanuts, bro. That's what's going to end up happening. It's going to piss everybody off.
I don't think
because,
it's peanuts.
I
think it's just not going to be for – it's not going to be peanuts, but I don't think it's going to be for as much as some of these ludicrous offers
Tyson.
out there now.
Tyson, listen, if Deshaun Watson goes for 2 ones, bro, you're going to be pissed, bro. You're going to be pissed. Tyson, you would spaz the fuck out, bro. You would have to run 12 miles, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think that's
night,
but I don't think it's going to be 2-1. It won't be 2 1s.
Yeah,
think about it. If you put I mean, the closer they get to the draft, though, prime time, or Tyson, or one of you brothers tell me, the closer they get to the draft, man, you got to tell me the value is going down, right?
Well, that's going to go. I don't think it's going to go down. I think the bidding is going to increase. Right now, everybody's sitting around and waiting and seeing what's going to happen. Are they going to finally do it? And then reality is going to strike. Like, you know what? This guy's willing to hold out. This team is a mess. We're going to rebuild. The best way to rebuild is through the draft and a shitload of draft picks. I think all this intensifies the closer the draft comes. I don't think they're losing any value. I think teams start stepping up. Like, all right, we got to, because the teams need to know: are we going to pull this trigger or not? Because if not, we have to go to Plan B, which is draft a quarterback. So that's what I think it intensifies.
Yeah, but it stops the team from moving forward, though. I mean, I don't think no team in the NFL can be stagnant. You can't wait around to see what Houston's going to decide to do.
But right now, it's March 2nd right now. Right now, everybody's saying, oh, maybe this, maybe that. You come mid-April, shit's going to intensify. You'll be like, all right, listen, we need to know what's going to happen.
Definitely.
And then, like you say, because just say in theory, right now I could throw something out there. You know what? I'll give you 2 first-round picks, the punter, the kicker, and the flight crew. Maybe not. You know what? Come late April, I'm getting rid of the flight crew. I'll throw another first-round pick in. I start setting my offer up to see who's going to bite because I know the other teams are going to get aggressive as well. So, but
you
I
change
still think the number – good.
No, you change your whole draft strategy, though. So if they knew Deshaun Watson was coming to New York, man, Allen Robinson's in play. So you got a lot of players that are going to be in play that wouldn't be in play without him. You know what I'm saying? That's the scary part about it, though. You know what I'm saying? You get Deshaun Watson still not having the weapons, then you know what I'm saying? It's a turn. You know what I'm saying? It's not a win-win. I mean, so that's why I think that I think a guy like Douglas will be more like, yo, I definitely want Deshaun Watson. I'll give you whatever you want for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, but if you call them now, like obviously the goal is to have them before free agency. If the Texans are going to slow play us, which they're going to late into the fucking April, that's fine. You continue with your off-season plan, and you do the best you can to get the pieces you can, that if you do land Deshaun Watson, you can still have a comparable offense and do the best you can. The problem the Jets are going to have, and I've said this a million times, everybody keeps discounting me, is that when Allen Robinson or Chris Godwin or whoever the fuck is takes the phone call from Joe Douglas on March 15th, and they say, okay, listen, we're going to offer you $15 million a year. Okay, cool. Who's your quarterback and what's your offense? Well, right now it's Sam Darnold, and we may draft a rookie, and we may do this, we may do that. Dude, I'm out. Like, that's going to be the make or break for me, and I think that's the problem the Jets are going to have with top playmakers on offense. I know everybody's going to counter me and say, well, you overpay them. You can overpay all you want, but if you have, apples to apples, the guy's going to be like, you know what, thanks for the offer, but I'm going to go a place with a proven quarterback, and that's going to be the challenge you're going to have with the Jets. That's the problem.
Yeah, Allen Robinson already said that he wants to play with a competent quarterback because he just got done playing with
Chris Godwin.
Your man, exactly. He said the same thing. He said, man, I don't want to go to a worse situation. I'll take less money to be in a good situation. Think about it, man. You know what I'm saying? So they kept saying, every quarterback, that came with Crowder, his numbers are down. You know what I'm saying? Robbie never got over 100 catches. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever receiver comes here, numbers are going to take a dramatic hit. So you're not going to be able to get these top-tier guys because you don't have anybody that they're interested in being their quarterback that's proven. You know what I'm saying? If Sam was putting up numbers and still had a bad season, you can do something. If you had Jameis Winston coming here, a lot of these guys will jump in it just because of the numbers he can put up. So I'm just saying, man, so that like you said, Tyson, that's dead ass or accurate, bro, because it's a bullseye. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be able to attract the top-tier players you want to get, which means we're going to be back in the same category we always been in, and that's the problem.
I mean, you're not be that. I mean, I'm not going to be that, Nick. I mean, you can maybe recruit a Curtis Samuel. You could sell a vision where you may not get the top guys, but you can get like the 1A, 1B guys and give them a good contract and bring other guys in. My point is, like you said, well, But, you know, it's like you got it. But Joe Douglas and Saleh had to have a legitimate marketing and selling plan to whoever they call. But listen, we had the worst offensive football last year, but here's how we're fixing it. Here's how we're doing it. Here's how we can make you flourish, regardless of who the quarterback is. And the selling point that in their press conference was it's a simple offense for the quarterbacks that makes the playmakers make plays. We put you in a position to succeed, and you're going to do that here. Will the players buy into it? I'm not sure. And if they sell you Sam Darnold, is that going to make you feel good? I don't know. If they sell you Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, playing with a rookie quarterback, does that make you feel good? I don't know. But that's the challenge they have. And Tyrone, I will swear on my everything that I have. I guarantee you, once free agency starts, the leaks will come out. Whatever the Jets sales pitch is will be leaked. I guarantee it will be leaked. So it'll be like, they're going to tell they want Sam. Because that's just the way it works.
Oh, absolutely, man. But see, a guy like Samuel should definitely be on our radar anyway, just because, you know what I'm saying, he's a yak monster, and what he does with the ball in his hand once he gets the ball in the open field is definitely a kind of guy you want. You know what I'm saying? Then you have a guy like Mims. So you do have some weapons, but we need to add more talent, and that's what we need to do. Especially, the offensive line needs to be fixed, which you definitely going to need to address that. But just getting playmakers in here, getting guys in here that can get the ball and just, you know what I'm saying, make things better. And I don't want, I'm so tired of getting stuck players. I don't want to really truly overpay a good player, but if you have to, you will. But the top-tier receivers, we're not getting those in because we're not proven enough that we're reliable enough to, you know what I'm saying, balance somebody's career. These guys are looking at their numbers, man. They can't win with us.
All right, so, Mike, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good night, bro.
You guys take care.
I don't think we let him get his point out, but, that's the Deshaun Watson take, though. It's like the talking about the compensation for Watson is just – it's annoying at this point because nobody really knows, but I think the writing's on the wall for the Texans. They're going to make a deal because even like the guy John McClain, who's doing a world tour now of interviews all across, like talking about the Texans. And the other thing too is that you got to keep in mind is just like the New York Jets have a bunch of puppets in the media where the team uses them to send out their message. I think in many ways the Texans use McClain to start softening the blow for fans. Like, listen, this is what the Texans could get in return. Kind of saying, listen, if we were to trade him, this is some of the compensation we want. To start the conversation, man. They start setting expectations. They start just, tempering the fan base. And that's what they do, man. Like, all teams do it. I think McClain's probably that guy for the Texans. And you see what happens. But I think a deal's going to happen. Just a matter of when. I just think that they know the writing's on the wall, dude.
Well, Tyson, let me ask you a question, man. So, what do you think the compensation will be for that? I'm just saying like a realistic, package for Deshaun Watson. But with four first-round picks, get it done.
I think so. I definitely. Well, you're saying 4 first-round picks, including number 2 pick in the draft? Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'll be really honest with you. I think that, the one good thing I do like about it is that we have a lot of picks. So, you know what I'm saying, we can definitely, we're not going to lose, you know what I'm saying? We're gaining a franchise quarterback.
How the fuck are we losing? Getting a 25-year-old franchise quarterback.
No, listen what I'm saying, bro. I say, listen, we lose, but we don't lose. We get a franchise quarterback, you know what I'm saying, but yet and still we're going to miss some first rounders, you know what I'm saying? So our GM, that's when a good GM comes in and has to hit on those sucky 3rd round, 4th round picks, you know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of guys they're going to have to contribute early. But it all depends on what we do in free agency as well, too. Like I said, there's so many holes to fill. That's the scary part about it.
All right, we're going to go to Elias. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
What's going on, man? Doing good. How you, man?
I'm doing all right, man. If I sound kind of funny at some points, I got my wisdom teeth removed yesterday, so it's a bit tough to talk at some certain words. It hurts a bit, but don't mind that, man. There's not much Jets to talk about now, which I'm impressed how you guys managed to, pump out content with it. Because the same thing every week. You go into ESPN, it's the most dumb, clickbait videos of the most random topics, and other than Henry Anderson, which we all knew was coming, there's not really much else to talk about. So, what do you guys think?
I'm glad they didn't make that move. I'm surprised it hasn't been more players cut by now. You know what I'm saying? But we know, as you see it, though, it's starting to ramp up though. Because like I said, free agency is what 9 days away.
No, 15th, March 15th, 13.
March 15th. Okay. Okay, cool. And I'm so excited. Listen, it's going to hit so fast. But, you're going to watch the next couple of weeks. You're going to watch a lot of teams really, really start to make cuts. Man, you're looking at the Saints right now. Like I said, they're $69 million over the cap.
Oh, that's going to get interesting, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, but we can do something here, though. We can actually ask you, what are your predictions, man? Give us 3 free agents that you think will sign the New York Jets.
Curtis Samuel, I just looked at. He's a good scheme fit. He's also from Brooklyn, so local connection. Joe Thuney, I think, is coming here, and then I think I don't have a name, but at least one defensive player from the 49ers. I think like Richard Sherman or Jason Verrett, one of those guys. So those would be the 3 guys I think are coming here.
Okay, so then how do the Jets try to find the pass rusher in free agency?
I hope so, but I don't know if there's that many options. Maybe they try to address pass rusher with, our second first-round pick, something like that. We got to address it. We haven't had a true pass rusher in who knows how long, but it's like Abraham back in like 2005. So, the options for pass rusher, if you want to, Trey Hendrickson seems like a decent option, but a lot of these kind of fluke years when guys just get a bunch of sacks, you don't really know whether it's legitimate pressure or just cleaning up other guys' work. So, you kind of have to look more into that. But
what about Carl Lawson?
I was about to mention him. I feel like he's probably going to stay with the Bengals. They probably have the money to keep him. But that would be an interesting point. You got to have the guys who fit the scheme. So, a lot of these outside linebackers wouldn't, really fit. So, that's a big reason also Anderson got cut. Not only is he really bad and overpaid, he's not scheme fit. So that's the thing. We haven't been running a 4-3 for the past couple of years. So, you got to keep that in mind. But I'm pretty sure Carl Lawson's an end. Well,
actually, Anderson was a team fit. I just think that the fact of the matter, he hasn't produced since he got that contract. As for a team leader and being a great locker room guy, that's what he was. But I think at the same time that it was time to move on. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it was. He hasn't produced. You know what I'm saying? What's that for, bro? Like he hadn't done shit since he got his contract. You know what I'm saying?
He failed. That's a failure sound, man. You don't know our sound bites now?
Okay, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
he's not rushing your point. He's just rushing Henry Anderson.
Yeah, definitely. But in the funny part about it is, like, you know what I'm saying, I definitely think that we have a chance to add a pass rusher and maybe 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Or definitely, definitely add 1 and then grab 1 in the draft. Would definitely be something I'd be looking forward to. But let me ask you another question, man. So who else do you think is next on the chopping blocks for us, man?
Like who's getting cut from our team?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. So Alex Lewis. 100%. He had like some anger issues or whatever at the end of the year and just like got his ass benched. He's gone.
Shit, so
Ryan
did I.
Griffin. What's that?
Shit, I had anger issues too at this season. I don't blame him, but go ahead.
Yeah. But Alex, they're clearly like you always thought of him as a Douglas guy because they trade for him from Baltimore, but no, he's gone, especially at the price he's getting paid. Ryan Griffin, it looks like he's not healthy anymore, so he's gone. I'd say also Greg Van Roten's probably gone. Try to find a better option at guard. And then I think they're going to keep Crowder unless they really need the money. We're going to see how that goes. And then, dark horse candidate to get cut, maybe Blake Cashman. He cannot stay healthy at all.
Yep,
Even in college, he got hurt all the time.
Yeah, but his contract. But his contract is so cheap, though, man. I think, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't really hurt that much on the books. That's what I'm saying? That's the one thing
I don't help the books either.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're right. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been healthy, but I just think that a player like that is more risk reward because he's not really costing you anything. That's the one thing you factor in. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you another question. Would you bring back Brian Poole?
Oh yeah, I'd bring back Brian Poole. He's fit really well, with the Jets, kind of broken out. I think they're going to run a decent amount of nickel with, Robert Saleh. So, yeah, I'd bring him back. It's probably not going to cost too much. There's some other slot corners like Desmond King on the market, so he's probably going to get paid more than Poole. But, yeah, I'd totally bring back Poole.
And I think also, too, man, they bring in.
Go ahead, Tyler. I'll go to roast him. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. No.
Oh, no.
If they bring in Samuel, bro, they're definitely getting rid of Crowder, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just think that that's definitely gonna be right on the wall. So
Yeah, I mean, don't cut Crowder immediately unless you get an upgrade. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if you're going to sign Samuel, then yeah, cut Crowder then, and then take a receiver in the draft as well. But I mean, they're not going to immediately cut him. Like, like guys who have been getting cut right now, like Kyle Rudolph just got cut. They're not going to say Jameson Crowder, you're out of here. It's got to be if you find a replacement or an upgrade, then he's going to get cut. That's what I was saying.
Hey, Leah, do you know what school Kyle Rudolph went to?
I don't know.
Don't answer.
Did he go to Notre Dame?
Oh my God! You knew he was setting you up for the giddy up, baby. You knew that was coming, bro.
I knew that was coming, man.
Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good night,
man. You guys
bro.
have a good night.
I could feel Primetime just shake his head.
Yo,
Primetime, you knew it was coming too.
We went so long without playing that shit. On a beautiful March, like first night in March, free agency around the corner. Why are we bringing that shit back? Come on, man.
And Primetime came in smooth with it too. He's like, man, don't say shit. Like, yo, it's funny.
All right, we're gonna go.
Too many times.
We're gonna go to Ivan. There's so many people on hold. Holy shit, Ivan, what's up, man?
What's going on?
What's up, Tyson? How you doing, man? What's up, Tyrone? What's up, Primetime?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Just chilling. Hoping to continue the non-quarterback talk. I called in 2 weeks ago, and I said just that, that it's pointless to talk quarterbacks right now because we don't really know what the fuck Joe D's doing, and, it's just repeating the same shit over and over again. And so,
right,
I want to bring up – sorry, go ahead.
The quarterback talk is the last 15 minutes. You're good. Handle your business.
No, man, no, I'm good. No, I was gonna say Tyson. Well, the thing I was gonna talk Allen Robinson real quickly because the thing with him is like, I think he has to realize that he's not gonna get all three things that he wants. He wants big numbers, he wants to win, and he wants money. Tyson, I'll ask you: do you know of a team right now that can offer him all three? Like I'm talking like top dollar. I'm talking top dollar money for wide receivers and like.
Well, that's the only thing. That's what separates the Jets. The Jets separate themselves with the money, but other teams could probably offer them the stats and the winning.
Right.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So he's
it's a team that can,
what I'm saying is he's gonna have to choose. He's gonna have to choose what is he. He's gonna have to choose
it's
two.
It's a team right now that can offer him all three. It's a team right now that can offer him all three. The Colts.
They can't afford his ass.
Yes, they can. Yeah, yes, they can. Yeah, they can, bro. They can, bro. For real. I think I have to look back at the numbers, bro. I think they're like, bro, they got good money, bro. They're like, they're top like 15 in cap money. They're good, bro. For real. They can offer him. They can definitely offer him that kind of money. Give him a chance to win. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how you feel about Wentz. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a good quarterback myself, but being back with his OC. You know what I'm saying? Kick out a good season.
Didn't the Colts just take up Carson Wentz's contract though?
Yeah, I don't think they don't have a cap space for him.
Yeah, and they're going to probably have to pay like Quinn Nelson. They're probably going to have to pay like Quinn Nelson in a year or two. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. My point is that, like, go ahead.
They got $46 million. They got $43 million in cap space. They can't give 18 of that to fucking Allen Robinson.
I mean, they could do a signing bonus. You know what I'm saying? Their owner do anything to win, bro. I mean, I'm just saying that's a team that if they really wanted Allen Robinson, they could get him. You know what I'm saying? A team like us can't offer what they offer. You know what I'm saying? That was the point he was asking. You know what I'm saying? Is there a team that can get them all free? You know what I'm saying? A team like that probably could. We can't. We can only give you one of the three, baby. We can give you money. You know what I'm saying? We can't guarantee shit else. You know what I'm saying? All gas, no brakes right here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that in the near and dear, I think we'll be fine. But right now, we can't offer a team nothing like that.
It's an interesting situation, though. It's like it's interesting to see what would be the max offer he would get somewhere else as opposed to what we can offer. I'm fascinated by that. Like you almost wonder if the Jets, like in this situation, could get used as because like Allen Robinson's all over in social media, like all the Jets stuff. Is he doing that to help build leverage? Like where it's like, listen, I know the Jets have the most money. They need a receiver. I'm gonna kind of play them to get interest boost up, so you can get more money in the open market. I mean, Bears gonna tag him?
Do you think he takes like a short, like 1 or 2 year contract, like prove-it deal?
Nope. Why? He's
like
ready. He's ready. That's what
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like that's just throwing possibilities right now.
Nah, he's the best receiver. He's the best receiver in free agency, bro. He don't got to do that. Like, actually, this is his year, bro. Actually, there's nobody. He's number one. He's number one receiver for free agent this season, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, there's no one. I mean, you got other receivers that are decent. He's top tier, bro. So, nah, bro. He's
right. So then again, that
exactly
just.
What he
so
wants.
I mean, I think that just further proves my point that like he's gonna. I ultimately think he's gonna choose the money, like you guys are saying, and I think that puts us in a great position. Honestly, I think we just have to be patient. And yeah, you know, what else? Yeah, I was the one that called, like, again 2 weeks ago, advocating that we not necessarily trade down, assuming we don't trade Watson, trade down and get Jamar Chase, but really quickly too, because like the thing is, I work at the NFL Network, and I hear like the conversations between like the players. Not saying that this means anything, obviously, but just like hearing it from players. Like, they were kind of saying that Deshaun Watson, he's going to get traded, just a matter of when. And they were mentioning the Jets. Again, I'm not saying it means anything. This was, like, during commercial breaks, because I'm like, the prompter operator. So, like, I hear all their conversations, like, mid-commercials, you know, like, what they're actually thinking. And again, they know, like, I think D'Angelo Hall, he knows Deshaun Watson pretty well. He knew him since high school. And he was just kind of casually mentioning, like, yeah, you know, he definitely respects Robert Saleh, and so like he was just saying, watch out for us. And so I think we just have to be patient, man. I think like if we don't get Deshaun Watson, I think we should trade down. But I really do like after hearing your rant earlier today, like I really do think we're going to get Deshaun. I just think we have to be patient because we do have the best offer. Like we can't outbid ourselves. So we like Tyson keeps saying, the number 2 pick offers them the best chance to pick their quarterback. Like that's not going to happen. Like that number 3 is not number 2. And so I think we have to be patient. Like we were all celebrating Joe Douglas with the Jamal Adams trade, with all of that in the past, and so now we have to put faith in that he'll be able to get him without overpaying for him. Like I think if we give 3 first-round picks, I don't think he can give both of them up this year. If the Texans want 3 first-rounders, I'll give them to him, but give them 1 this year, 1 next year, and 1 the following year. Because I don't know. Like I think again, like that number 2 pick has a lot of weight. I don't know what you guys think.
No, I mean, it does, dude. Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, bro,
I mean, Tyron, like, it has a lot of value, obviously. 3 first-round picks, number 2 pick. Listen, if they want both first-round picks this year, I'm fine with it. I mean, you're getting Deshaun Watson in return. I'm not worried about it. And you still have 2 first-round picks next year. If you give one of those up, you still have a first-round pick. Like, I'm not worried about any of that shit. 3 first-round picks, to me, no big deal. No sweat up my ass whatsoever.
In this draft is pretty stacked with quality players. So I definitely agree with you on that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, you know, the second pick of the draft, bro. Actually, this year, bro, really means some shit, bro. Like that pick almost counts as 2 ones, bro. If you really want to break it down, it just does. I mean, you're getting the quarterback that you want to start over with. So I think that Houston will be asinine. I think everyone knows we're the best. We have the best option. Period. There's no one else. So it's either, you know what I'm saying, it's us or everyone else. You know, so that's how I look at it. But I don't want to get myself stuck on this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
We're going to go to Jimmy J in Brooklyn. We got too many on hold. Tyron, we got tons of people on hold. What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Jim?
What's going on? How you guys doing?
Doing good, bro. How you feeling, bro?
Good. I'm a first-time caller. I found you guys from the TuneIn app a few weeks ago, so you guys do an incredible job, man. So I just wanted to call in and talk free agency and the draft for a minute or two. That's cool.
Hey,
give us your predictions,
man. Bro.
Yeah, no doubt. So free agency, the Jets free agents, man, there's 2 cases to me that are really interesting. One is Crowder and the other is Fant. Because I think Fant was low-key one of our most underrated players this year. The only games he was really bad was when he played left tackle when Becton was out, and then the one game where Becton was dominating Bosa, and then Bosa had to basically move himself to the other side, and then he got Fant on a couple sacks. But I think he was really good because then if we lose him, then it just creates another hole on the O-line. Are you confident in Udoga or anyone else to be our right tackle? You know, I think Fant's good. I wouldn't waste him. And then Crowder, that's a little interesting too, just because again, you probably need 3 receivers if you get rid of him. You know, do you want to get Juju? I mean, I'm not. You know, I'd rather just keep Crowder, to be honest. I think Juju's a little overrated. He's a little annoying with his antics and, you know, the dancing on the team's logos and all that. So I think, honestly, I would keep them both, to be honest with you guys. What do you think about that?
You know, you know, you made a really good point, and it's like if you look at the other moves that everybody's talking about, like, oh well, cut Van Roten and cut Alex Lewis. That means that's over 2/5 of your line. If you cut Fant, you're replacing 3 linemen. So you make a very good point. Where look, he played solid. You can kind of debate the money a little bit, and then the same thing with Crowder. It's like, listen, we want Perriman's going to be gone. If you get rid of Crowder, you got to replace him too. So you can make a case for it, dude. I understand it. Crowder to me is kind of like Crowder's kind of interesting because if you can get somebody else like a significant upgrade, maybe you can part ways with him, but you got to find that guy first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
if you do that, then I think through the draft, the one guy I would love to get him. I think that's going to be his range around 23 with our Seattle pick is Kadarius Toney. I think he would fit perfectly in our offense. I would love to get him or the guard, Elijah Vera Tucker. If we could get one of those two are my ideal fits at 23. I think that's around where both of them are going to go. So I think, I'm not sure if either of them will be there. I think it'll be close. Because, a few of the teams ahead of us in the draft need receivers. When you look at the teams around 19 to like 22, I could see them taking a receiver. When you look at the Colts, Tennessee, if they lose Corey Davis. So, it's going to be interesting. The Bears maybe could use a receiver if they lose Allen Robinson. But, I don't know. It's just an interesting case with those two. I think I would keep Fan and Crowder, though. And then, because you already need at least 2 linemen through free agency or the draft, and then you're going to need another one if you get rid of Fan. So, I think I would definitely keep Fan. Crowder, it's a little more interesting. You're going to pay Juju what he wants. I wouldn't, but. And now I want to ask you guys this question real quick. With Darnold, instead of, say, trading him for a second or a third-round pick, what do you think about maybe, say, trading him to the Bears at 19, and then they trade down to, like, say we trade up for him our early second-round pick, and then we give them Darnold, and then they jump down a little bit to take Darnold, and then you think they would do that or no?
Wait, say that again. You confused the shit out of me, dude. That was like a circle to me. Say that again.
No, he's talking about. He's talking about trading.
I'm saying with our early second round pick, what is it, 34, 33 that it's going to be? And would you trade? You think they would do that if we trade Darnold? If we trade up using Darnold from there, say like around 19 or 20, say 19 to like the Bears. If you could package Darnold to trade up from the early second to get into like the kind of end of the first round.
Oh,
to a team
sign
that
me up for
Darnold.
that, dude. I would do that today.
Yeah, right? You think they would do that or no?
No, I don't think they will. But I mean,
no.
Definitely. I think.
Yeah, I didn't think
I think his value. I think his value is the problem. I think that, I think a lot of teams know he's a good quarterback and what he could be. I just think the value of it, because everyone keeps saying we're going to get a first round pick, man. I don't know. I mean, I would love to see it. That would be a smart move for Joe D to pull off. I just don't see Chicago doing it.
Yeah, no, it's probably just wishful thinking on my part,
Listen,
man, it's great.
Speak it to existence. Speak it to existence. We're all for it, man. If it can happen, sign me up. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, bro. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
You too.
Tyrone, we're gonna go. I know Primetime just sitting there like, what the fuck? All this, we're just I don't know, just all this quarterback stuff. We're gonna go to Trevor in Canada. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, boys? How you doing?
What's going on, Trevor? All right, how you?
What part of Canada?
I'm from Edmonton, Alberta. It's right next to Calgary.
How the hell are you a Jets fan out there?
You guys, man. How else?
Well, we apologize.
Oh, no, don't apologize. Even though it's been a bad first season for me, you guys made it worthwhile with your show, so I really appreciate that.
Hey,
man, that's awesome,
you, man. Listen, it's nothing like gangrene, baby. Listen. Hopefully, one day, man, we'll turn this thing around and you'll see the good side of it. Don't get used to it. I'm
Trevor,
just saying.
Hold on, Trevor. You know what you just did? You just put a big-ass dopey smile on Tyrone's face. Tyrone's like, yeah, see what I did? That's Trevor of Pay. You can see it.
Yo, full Kool-Aid smile, man. I'm telling you. Nah, man, but it's, like I said, bro, like, it's trust me, it's hard sometimes, man. But let me ask you a question. So, this has been your first season being a Jet fan, man. What have you seen from the Jets that give you hope?
Nothing.
Well, just like seeing like the coach, like Adam Gase, he was easily the worst coach in NFL history. I think everybody can agree on that. But just seeing like the outpouring of support from players and fans, and when we hired Robert Saleh, like I never seen anything like that. Like because I see everybody ripping on the Jets, making memes about us. I mean, you name it. But when we hired Saleh, it was like the Jets finally, like, it was a rare W for the Jets. Like, we finally have some respect. We have some accountability in this organization. And I think he's really going to get us headed in the right direction.
Yeah, I really do too, man. You know, when you had Gaze, man, you really can't go nothing. You couldn't do nothing but go up, man. You know what I'm saying? We had an F in all classes, bro. So you know, it definitely was something else.
Yeah, when you're last in all categories, the only place you can go is up. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, how do you feel about free agency, man? Any players you want to get coming in?
Yeah. So, and this might be wishful thinking like the other guy said, but the three guys that I really like most for the Jets are Joe Thuney, the lineman from the Patriots, Marshawn Lattimore, the cornerback from the Saints, and I really like Raheem Mostert from the 49ers. And I think he would be interested in coming over because he was really close with Saleh back in San Francisco. So those are my top three free agents.
No, those are a good pick. Trevor, thanks for joining us, man. We definitely appreciate it. Those are all good calls, to be honest with you.
Hey, thanks
for
Have a
having
good
me
night,
on the
bro.
show, guys. Have a good night.
All right, bro. Have a good one, man. Just up, baby.
All right, we're gonna go
Tyson,
to Jason,
man,
and
your skills so great.
What?
You got guys. You got new Jet fans, man. You're amazing, Tyson.
Dude. Oh, know what's gonna happen is once this fucking show's over, we'll be getting a text. Prime time, I'll get a text from Tyrone, be like, "Yo, bro, we're getting new callers, man. My rates are going up." I can already see it. You're gonna ask for pay raise now.
Man,
I can see
hey, listen, man. I didn't even talk about it. I'm just happy right now, man. You know, if it keep this trend continues, man. Listen, you know, we got to negotiate.
Shut up, bitch.
Shit.
We're going to go to Jason in California for Tyrone S for another raise. Jason, what's up, man?
What's up, Jason?
Well, how you guys been?
Been good, bro. How you?
Not too bad.
Pretty good. So, I wanted to give you guys, hear you guys' takes about, the Dolphins releasing, the outside linebacker.
Oh, Van Noy?
Yeah.
Van Noy? Yeah. I think it's crazy because he had 31. To prime time, was his contract $31 million guaranteed? Am I correct on that?
I don't know what the guarantees were, but I know it was 4 years over. I think it was $51 million. So you know, that was
$51 million,
the first year of the deal. Yeah, I don't know what was guaranteed.
I had to look that up, but I think that was $31 million guaranteed, bro. Like, yo, that's I don't get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but I mean, you can't complain, man. Miami's been pretty good, man.
Yeah, $30 million guaranteed.
So they're gonna eat that, right?
I would assume, yeah.
Why?
Well, they got cap space by cutting them, but it's a surprising cut. 'Cause the guy is like a locker room leader, high energy guy. I mean, it was surprising for sure.
But there's a lot of dead money on the table, though, bro. That's a lot of money, man.
Right, and so what sad to say, Henry Anderson, I know he was going to leave, but there's some things that he was actually known for, was actually blocking field goal, punts. That's the actually stuff that he actually did decent on with special team.
Yeah, but he didn't sack quarterbacks. That's what we need him for.
Right, and so going three free agents that I think the Jets should go for is Joe Thuney, which is everyone's what's saying. But no one so far I've heard has said from the Packers center, Lindsey.
Yep, good call.
Yes, sir.
So then we can move our center right now to left guard, which would solve the guard problem. And then all we have to do is fist the tackle, and the offensive line would be complete. And then the
that's
last
a great
one.
call.
Yep. And then the last one I believe that should be is Juju Smith. I know he had bad character, but I believe in full to settle the kid down, saying, "Hey, we can't be like this. We have to be the underdogs. This team is the underdog foundation." So hopefully you could talk to him, saying, "Hey," and just help fix his issues.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Juju is a phenomenal talent, man. Some of his stuff, you just wonder if it's just immaturity. He'll grow up a little bit, and you get him into like a different team with a different culture. Maybe he changes. I mean, that remains to be seen. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting case because he could be one of the guys that's actually free if Allen Robinson gets tagged or Godwin gets tagged. Like all these guys, who knows what happens with Galladay? He could be the big name out there, and it's be interesting to see how teams handle it and what kind of contract he commands too.
Right.
So, Jason, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Good night, bro.
You guys go Jets.
Yes, sir.
You too, man.
Prime time. Tyrone, before we go to the next call, the guy Lindsley is a fascinating discussion because
absolutely.
He's arguably the top center available in free agency, and if you do get him and you move McGovern over, it kind of makes a lot of sense, and that could be a guy that could be here for say 2, 3 years, 4 years as your center, which kind of addresses a hole. You get your anchor. I mean, I would have no problem with that whatsoever, man.
Oh, bro, listen, you fix two holes at one time. You know what I'm saying? You move McGovern over the guard, and you move him in the center, bro. You solidify the line. I mean, I'm sorry, but I really think Fence played well. I think probably they're going to keep Fence for at least one more year, which will make sense. And then you draft a young guy, and you let the young guy grow and develop, and then you got your starter. But yeah, I definitely think, man, he would be a great asset, and he's going to be the top. He's going to be the top guy out here this free agency. But I don't think Green Bay really has a lot of money to bring him back. I know they want to, but you know what I'm saying, definitely. I hope that's one of the first calls Jody makes.
All right, we're going to go to Tom in Myrtle Beach. What's up, Tom?
What's going on, Tom?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
All right, doing good, bro. How you?
I'm doing good. So I recently moved down here to Myrtle Beach last May, and I'm actually pretty close to the Coastal Carolina school, who was surprisingly pretty good this year as far as they were ranked nationally and all that. And the first game I saw out of them down here, actually went to the game, was against BYU, and the quarterback from BYU, he just stood out to me, and I was just like, okay, he has an it factor to him. And so I didn't really know much about him, nothing like that. And then at the time we were supposed to get Lawrence still. He wasn't even in the conversation. But, I don't know. I'm out of any quarterback, I'm sold on Zach Wilson. And honestly, I wasn't high on Fields at all. But he shut me up in that national championship game. So
what did you see out of Wilson firsthand that impressed you?
He reminded me a lot of just the way he's able to, he runs around a lot back there and creates his own space. Now, how that will be able to translate to the next level, I have no idea at all on that, you know what I mean? But because, people say they face a soft schedule, but something like he was able to create enough space for himself, and he's able to throw at arm angles and while running, which seems to be more and more common these days in the NFL is the more successful quarterbacks. He seems to have those traits.
Now, do you have any concerns about the level of competition he played against, or do you think that just based on the skill set he has, that he'll be, good enough to play in the NFL and it'll all translate over, just in terms of like his arm strength, his athletic ability?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, the level of competition, you know what I mean? Because as we've seen, some of the top quarterbacks in the league today, didn't necessarily face the the highest level of competition in college. So it's very hard to tell if it can translate. But the main thing, and it goes back to a point that, you know, Primetime made for weeks now, and if Douglas does select a quarterback at number 2, you know, he is kind of going all in. And same with if he trades for Watson, that's going all in, but that would be best case scenario. So, you know, you're curious if he's willing to take that risk and do that. That it's a hard thing to say because you don't know how it's going to translate, and you know you'd be putting all your chips to your table. So,
well, I think that what the consensus is that Wilson is kind of tailor-made for the offense that we're going to kind of run. So I think that's another reason why, you know, the kid's really accurate. I mean, I will say this: his anticipation for receivers on throws is probably top. The kid gets the ball there. The kid knows where he wants to go with the ball. The kid throws the ball with anticipation. That's something that you can't teach. That's real skill. So, you know, but I mean, I just think that if they go with him, they value him very high. So in any scenario that you wouldn't want Fields at all.
I honestly, like I said, I wasn't very sold on him, but the national championship game where he showed, you know, that the gut and the heart and all that, and he made some amazing throws. I honestly wouldn't hate it. My thing is, you know, like a lot of other Jets fans, like it's so tiring with the unknown, you know, whether it's Fields or Wilson. You know what I mean? We won't know for, you know, a year, and then, you know, it's like the same process, but you know, sometimes you got to take that risk. And honestly, and I'm not opposed to keeping Sam Darnold for one more year and, you know, trading the pick, because I think that the fact that all this Zach Wilson talk is coming up, that benefits us just in every way, because his trade value is going to go way up, and if we could, you know, take a weapon and gain some more draft picks, I would be okay with that too. So, you know, I'm cool with anything. You know, you just got to have faith in the front office, and yeah. But I just wanted to give my input on Zach Wilson because he, you know, before he even came into the conversation, he did stand out to me, and I don't know, you know, it just looked like he had the it factor.
No, we appreciate it, man. Listen, you know, it's funny you say that because, you know, I didn't hear much about him until one Thursday night we were doing a show where I forget, maybe it was a Tuesday night we were doing a show, and he was actually playing while we were doing the show. And I'm like, who the hell is this kid just like slinging it around and like all this arm talent? I'm like, and then like all of a sudden within a week, then all the fury started. So listen, man, we appreciate you reaching out and sharing your thoughts. It's awesome.
Absolutely, I appreciate you guys, and I just want to say real quick, the mental health video or stream y'all did last week was awesome, and you know, I think that was really cool, and a lot of people could relate to it, and a lot of respect for that.
Oh, no, thank you, man. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Thanks, bro. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you.
Take care, y'all.
Have a good night.
You too, bro. Have a good one.
Yeah, so we're Let's Talk Jets Radio on YouTube, @Talk Jets Radio on Instagram and Twitter. Primetime myself did a video on mental health. You want to check it out, that'd be awesome. We'll do videos like that probably every week to 10 days. And if you're interested in it, that's awesome. You want to share things with us through direct message, email, that's great. If it's not in your interest, we label it off topic. You don't have to watch it. So that's kind of how we're rolling with it. We appreciate everybody reaching out to us. It's been super cool. So it's trying times out there, Tyrone. So we try to do our best to just kind of relate to some of the things that we deal with from time to time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I said, it's bigger than football sometimes, man. You know, when you generally care about people and their well-being, man, and you know, a lot of people out here going through stuff that, you know, that hold it in, don't have no one to share their pain with, man. And sometimes, man, just a simple conversation can change someone's perspective, someone's day, and someone's life. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I mean, you know, as we get older, or as men, you know, sometimes we want to hold things in and don't want to share it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, man, the best thing to do is to be able to talk to someone, just for someone to listen. So, man, you know, my hat goes off to you guys. Man, I already know how amazing you guys are, and I appreciate all you guys do and all the good things that you do, the food drives and everything else, toy drives, coat drives, feeding the homeless, man. It's what you guys have been doing these 5, 6, 7 years is just amazing, man. So, salute, baby.
Well, that's the one thing is we're really fortunate is that everybody that tunes in and listens, we're all part of the community together, man. We're all just bunch of group of Jet fans having fun. But we've been super blessed where we do fundraisers to help raise money for the community food bank or whatever else, and everybody chips in, man. Like we just did one a little while ago and it sold out in like 2 days. So we raised $1,000 for the community food bank and the Marty Lyons Foundation in 2 days. So everybody pitching and helping out is super cool because if we're fortunate where we're working and still living lives, people aren't. They're unemployed or they're in quarantine, dealing with all this different shit. So if we can provide any kind of platform to help them or give back, we have to, dude. It's just like this is what this is what we do, man. It's the way we should be at this point, man. It's just you got to help out, man, because it's trying on so many different levels. So it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, but it's hard to maintain. Like I said, man, everyone's life done changed, man. Everything's done changed. Yep. Everything is different, and it seems like I think that the hardest thing for people to do is to adjust, man, to this new life. I mean, social distancing. You can't have gatherings.
Bro, try being a single dude that lives alone in a time where everybody's in quarantine, doesn't want to leave the house, you don't want to do shit. This has been a long-ass year, man. It's just like, all I do is see my parents go to the gym. It's not easy, dude. It's not easy. And you know what? In many ways, the podcast and the live stream kept me sane, man, because it gave me something to do, something to look forward to talk to people, because you don't have a lot of human interaction, man, to be honest with you. So it's like, all right, it's something to look forward to. It's a great escape from reality.
And I'll touch on one more thing, and I wanted to say this real quick. There's a lot of people out there that are suffering from COVID, that have lost family members that wasn't able to be there for them. And I can only imagine, I speak this from my heart, that I just realized how hard that is, man. People are in hospitals, man, losing their lives, fighting this great fight by themselves. And that is the most saddest, tragic thing that's really, affected what's going on out here. So I just prayers up to everybody out here who lost someone or those that have family members that made it through it. Just always keep them in your prayers and thoughts, man, because, like I said, this has been something that, our great-grandkids will be talking about, man. Grandpa, what was you at during the COVID? You know what I mean? So I was on the podcast.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, thank you for everybody for all the support, for watching all our stuff, the mental health videos, all our fundraisers. We'll be doing something else pretty big right before the draft, a couple big fundraisers. So stay tuned for that. We're going to go to Afram, our good friend Afram. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. How you doing, guys?
What's up, bro? Doing good, bro. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fantastic. I want to agree a couple of things with Tyrone there. With Curtis Samuel, if you sign him, then I don't think you need Crowder at that point, because you get a younger player, you probably get him for the same salary and extend him for like 3 years. But I was very intrigued with the Allen Robinson to the Colts, but I don't know how many free agents that they have to re-sign. Because they went with Carson Wentz. He's back with his old offensive coordinator. It kind of makes a lot of sense. You have Pittman on the other side of him. It's very intriguing. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't even think that Robinson gets out of Chicago. I think they may tag him. I think he's eligible to be tagged again, because I think the Bears on a short leash right now as far as their time to get something done with Khalil Mack getting older. I think they want to pull a trigger and try to do something, try to get one last hurrah out of the whole with the team they have now, because they're getting older. But on free agency, no one's mentioned it, but I make the assumption of what kind of offense this new LaFleur is going to do with the players, and I kind of like Jonnu Smith be a priority with Herndon on the other side, the two tight end situation like they had with San Francisco, and Jonnu's a big player. And he has a lot of yards after the catch as well. And I think Herndon would flourish with this type of offense. He actually did well again with Bates' offense. It shows you how bad Gase was. But I could see that. I don't know if the if the Titans are going to franchise tag him. But besides Thuney as a free agent, because I think he's gonna try to solidify that line as best as possible. But I could see him going with the connection in San Francisco, going after like a Solomon Thomas on edge, considering his age and probably what he can get him for versus a Yannick or Judon.
Judon, yeah.
Yeah. I think Judon. I think is. I think he benefits from the whole defensive line. I don't know if he can do it on his own, and I think they all have to depend on each other. But I kind of see the connection with Salah and Solomon Thomas to that effect. But we don't know. And I kind of see Douglas. He puts a number on every player, and that's where he wants to keep him at as far as salary. I don't know if he's going to play that game this year again, but he might, because there's a lot of holes. So he's going to try to fill as many as possible.
But can you
what
see?
Do you guys think?
But can you see a player where he'll break his rules for? Is there somebody that like he may want to hold this firm line like he did last year or whatever else? But do you see a guy where he'd be like, you know what, I got to change my rules for this player because we need him here?
I could see with Robinson, but like you say, he may have it in the back of their mind that they don't have all pre-aspects of what he wants. Can they offer him $2 extra million a year? Then what he wants, will that make up the difference? Because I look at it also, everyone thought that Watt was going to go to Buffalo, and then all of a sudden Arizona came back, and then you saw what Arizona paid him for the 2 years. So it kind of makes me feel he went for the money. I don't want to hear that, the longer he thought about it, Arizona was the place to go. It's true. I mean, it always comes down to the money. They can say all things they want, but cash is king. It always will be.
It definitely is. I want to say this right here, bro. Listen, Chicago has $233,600. You know what I'm saying? This is the NFL over the cap. Tennessee got $1.65 million. So you know what I'm saying? They definitely. I don't think Chicago will be franchising Allen Robinson. You know what I'm saying? But a player like that would definitely be good. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's out of our weight. I don't think he's anywhere the kind of player that will be able to sign this off season. But let me ask you another question, man. As for bringing back somebody for us, how do you feel about DeMarcus Maye and maybe his franchise tagging him?
He's at that stage in his age. I let him play the free agency and see what he gets, because I don't think with the numbers that are out there on the salary cap this year, they could they may end up having to pay what he would have paid him anyway, but they may be able to get him back a little cheaper. Do you give him for 3 years? Do you give him for 2 years? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know where he wants to go. Does he want to make this? Does he foresee this team ready in 2 years, 3 years? Does he want to go as young as possible and get the cheaper contracts with good talent? It's hard to judge with him because now everyone that is out of the picture that needed to be out of the picture is gone. Gase is gone. McCagnon, of course, was gone. He is now the leader of the team. Basically, he runs the whole thing. He only reports to one person, so he'll make all the decisions. He's got a lot of pressure on him, but now he has the path to build it the way he wants to build it. So we have to go with that. I'm hoping he takes in input from Salah, of course, and from LaFleur. Depending on what they want, I think everyone. It's a good combination. Nothing's leaking out yet, which is a good sign. I always like that. But like Tyson said, towards once free agency and the draft starts coming, stuff will get leaked out purposely. I foresee a lot of them. I see a lot of guys. If you look at the contracts, like for Roten and for Lewis, their money doesn't. They don't get a big hit against them. So I think he did that on purpose, so he can get rid of them this year. The only one that they're stuck with is McGovern, because if they do cut him, they're only in the hole for of $1 million. But I think he out of all of them, he was probably the best that he can get at that time. The other guys, I think, were just on single contracts. And if you look on over the cap, there's a lot of guys that sit there, probably under the $1 million mark, that if they cut them today, there's no hit against the cap against them. So, and those are like all 1-year contracts.
Well, it's funny too, Afram, is that when the Jets signed McGovern, they were praised for that. Like, oh, what a great signing! We got our guy. What a great center. And now we're all like a year later, we're like, yeah, this guy is nowhere near what we thought he was. So it's just funny how free agency works sometimes. Yeah, unfortunately, I hate to bring this up, but a lot of it has to do with just they didn't have. I kind of think there's just the coaching wasn't there. I think the team was disenfranchised with everyone coaching them, and they just came out to play. Guys have to be motivated. They're still young. They have to be motivated. And I think now with you got a line coach, you got assistant line coach, you got assistant line. You got so many guys there that are on top of everybody. No one's going to be left alone to say, if they to be coached up or to be taught things. And this is a real professional coaching staff at this point. So you have to now at this point, you don't know what they are, but you have to have some sort of assumption that you have a good coaching staff. So now you have to say, what do these guys want to do, how they want to do it, and which are the right guys that are going to be on this team. And then you mix that with, are we going to overpay where we lack here and we can get two for the price of one type of thing? Because if it's a team effort, if everyone's doing their job, guess what? Things happen, Afram, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Take care. I'll see you guys at the end of the week. Huh? Be
well,
guys.
Take care.
Same
always
here.
A pleasure, man. Have a good one, bro.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Before we go back to the callers, Primetime, are you right, man? What are your thoughts on this crazy show, man? All these hot free agency takes.
I got a lot of different takes, to be honest. I mean, first with, just the Deshaun Watson stuff, I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying as far as the Jets being able to make the best offer, but I think that's only if we're talking draft picks. If the Texans are looking for some players back, in addition, I think that could potentially change things. But the one thing, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, Eric Allen in the Jets, they posted an article today about, the Jets' vision for free agency. And they included a quote from Joe Douglas in there from November, which said, ultimately, I think when you look at successful organizations, no matter what the sport, you don't see a lot of teams that build long-term success by buying their way out of it. You see the teams, the organizations that have long-term success, they draft well and they develop their players. I think that's the model. I think that's our vision. So I think that's going to tell you a lot about how Joe Douglas is going to approach things. I don't see the Jets getting Allen Robinson at all. That's what I'm saying, though. I don't think they're going to go after the big dog, other than maybe interior offensive line, which I think has to be the priority, whether it's Lindsley, a Scherf, or a Thuney. I think you got to get one of those guys. Other than that, I don't think they're going after any of the big fish. I think they're going to let that first wave die out. They're not going to get Robinson. They're not going to get Godwin. Maybe Juju comes in around their price and they get rid of Crowder and they swap those deals out. Maybe a guy like Samuel as well. But I think they're going to go heavy after wide receiver in the draft. I think they're going to look to trade down. They're going to explore all options there. But honestly, I don't even think Joe Douglas knows what he's going to do yet. I still think he's in the early phase of, just evaluating all these quarterbacks, kind of getting the feel for what he can get for Sam, what he can get by trading back for number two. I think he still has all options on the table, to be honest. And I think that was a great point by Afram as well, as far as the tight ends go. I think tight end definitely has to be an option. A guy like Jonnu, Rudolph got released today. I think Ertz could end up being available. So there's going to be plenty of players out there, and once that first wave is done, you're going to have a lot of talented guys looking for contracts that you can probably sign for 1 or 2 year deals relatively cheap.
And that's how you build a good team, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing with it. But, I mean, I think the most important thing when it comes to the line is the interior of it. That was the problem last year, the interior line. It just, it just...
The whole fucking line was the problem last year.
You said what now?
The whole team played that shit last year.
What'd you say, Tyson?
Nothing. Good.
I'm listening to the show again tomorrow, so I'll talk to you later. Nah, man, but seriously, man, the guard play last year was horrible, man. Like, center play was horrible last year. So, I think if you improve the interior of the line, man, that's a major push, man. Major push to fixing the line. That's why I say bring back Fant. It makes no sense to get rid of him. What do you think, Brian Tom?
No, I think so too. I mean, I don't think he's your long-term answer, but I think he's the best answer for right now. I don't think there's anybody else out there that, you're going to sign that's going to do better than, what he's going to do. Plus, he does have some flexibility with his contract. You can keep him this year and then cut him next year. It's essentially the same thing. He's not guaranteed any money going forward. And I still think, the option could be on the table to take Sewell. If you end up trading down, depending on how far you move back, if Sewell is still there, if you trade to 4 or 7 or 8 and he's there, I mean, you got 2 anchors at tackle for the next 10 years that are going to be dominant as hell. I mean, that's exactly what you want for your quarterback. Plus if you do sign a guard, your offensive line is fucking stacked at that point.
I guess.
Did you like that answer? No, Tyrone.
No, I like that answer. You know what I'm saying? I love when Prime Time breaks it down, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, fixing the offensive line is probably, to me, the biggest thing that the most important thing in free agency right now. And this is right now, free agency starts in like 10 days. I really want to fix this line. I mean, I just think that you need consistency, man. And I don't care who your quarterback is, man. If you don't have good line play, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a running game. I mean, it kills everything. And it's just like, it's crazy to me, man, that we haven't had a good line. You know what I'm saying? We haven't drafted a good player, a good lineman since Mango and Brick, man. Damn, bro, that's like. You know what I'm saying? Who was the last guy we drafted? Dukakis in the second round? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Glad Dukakis.
Yo, God, he sucked, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, he sucked, man. Like, just horrible, man. So.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's much more of a risk, drafting your offensive lineman, other than a guy like Sewell, and expecting that guy, to start from day one, as opposed to, if you draft somebody, you can kind of groom them a little bit, like Cameron Clark, and if he sat the entire year last year. I'd much rather your offensive lineman sit for a year or two and kind of plug away at that area in free agency, whereas the draft. This draft class is just as loaded, if not more so, than last year, where you can get 2 legitimate starters if you're taking 2 receivers within your first 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. So I think that definitely could be the route they go. And instead of maybe paying a wide receiver or just swapping out Crowder's contract with another slot guy, another guy I don't think anybody mentioned yet was Hassan Riddick. After the Cardinals just signed Watt, they're kind of pressed against the cap. So you wonder if he becomes available now, he's going to be a free agent. Maybe they can't sign him. So there's a number of pass rushers out there. I could definitely see Douglas trying to do something with that. Maye's probably going to get franchise tagged. You add a corner as well. That defense is looking pretty good. Not that I want to put, too many assets on the defense, but I just have a feeling we're going heavy on offense in the draft. They're going to prioritize the receiver position. They're going to prioritize getting a young running back with some speed. So I think that's how Douglas is kind of going to look at it.
I mean, the best way to be. I mean, I think that you have to give your new coach some toys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, offense, we know we're lacking in talent. So to me, the more talent we add to this team, I mean, if it's in the 4th, 5th round, even in the 6th round, take a flyer on guys. I just think it just makes sense to add more talent and more speed.
But what we're letting prime time float past us, which I'm not gonna give into this tonight. I'm gonna stay reserved. He keeps referring to the trade back option, which to me wouldn't make any sense. I'm taking a quarterback at 2. So we're just going to we'll go with the trade back thing now with all the different options that were being presented to us.
Well, like I keep saying, if you fall in love with a quarterback at 2 that is a top 10 guy and you have no reservations about, make the pick. I'm fine with that. I just don't think, again, you're weighing that, and that's the last thing I'll say, you're weighing that versus whatever you could get in the trade down. So if the roles were reversed, and I said this in my video last night, would you be willing to trade, 4 or 5 premium picks to move up to go get Fields or Zach Wilson? Do you view them that highly? That's what it all comes down to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
I think Tyson. You know what happens, man. It's normally the last 15 minutes before the prime time normally gets started with.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What he gets started with, you know what I'm saying? So we're waiting for that.
We're gonna go to
making great points though. Great.
We're gonna go to Ant in the Bronx. Ant, what's up, man?
What's up, Tyson? What's up, Tyrone? Prime time. What's going on, guys?
What's up, bro? How you, man? How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. I'm actually, I think I'm starting to agree more and more with prime time here.
There we go.
And I'll tell you, and the case I'm going to make is. This is taking Deshaun Watson out of the picture for right now, saying that that's not an option, whatever's going on. I honestly do believe signing linemen, maybe getting a lower edge rusher, maybe like what's the guy from Detroit, Romeo Aguara, or someone like that. He's young pass rusher. Say we go out and get everyone's saying Thuney. But the one thing the Jets have had that's been good, as long as I can remember, except for the last few years because nothing's been good, is a center position. Going back to Maye, then Mangold. If you could get a center build and get another guard and then maybe get weapons in the draft, trading back and getting, Jalen Waddle or Jamar Chase, someone like that, and building your pieces around there. Because if Allen Robinson's, I obviously think the money goes to the top wide receiver, but I don't think we're going to spend that much on the big guys because we have the holes and we have to fill them. I'm just thinking maybe line might be the way to go and see what we could do there, depending on what the price is. What do you think about that?
I feel what you're saying when it comes to fixing the line.
But what's the hot take, though? Hold on, Tyrone. But what's the hot take? We all agree that the Jets' offensive line is a priority. We've all said that. You got to, whoever the quarterback is, you need that. It's definitely a priority. But what are you agreeing with Primetime with, where you want to keep Darnold and trade back?
Yes.
Okay. There you go, Tyrone.
My first option is going to stay Watson. I'm just saying.
Don't you believe it, man?
You're saying you're saying we're throwing out the Deshaun Watson scenario right now, and getting all.
Why are you throwing that out? Why are you gonna be a negative fan, man? Why you gonna kill my dreams on March 2nd?
No. It's killing my dreams. Why
are you killing dreams, man? We're all about positivity and prosperity here.
I thought we were exploring every option on this show.
Yeah, bring out your doom and gloom. Bring out your doom and gloom and your Sam Darnold bullshit.
No,
Let's go.
It's not doom
Let's hear it
and gloom.
now.
I said this a few weeks ago. You are not guaranteed with either one of these quarterbacks at 2. You're not. You can't tell me that you are 100% sold on Wilson or Fields.
I'm not 100% sold on Darnold either.
Me either. But if we could,
that's why it's not about him,
more spots filled by trading back and getting extra
here we go again.
Position.
I can't take any more of this. Yeah, Tyrone, this is your battle. I think you agreed on too, don't you? I'm the only one that's on the out here.
No, listen, I mean,
listen, Tyrone.
No. Hold on. Let me say this right here. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Like, if Joe D feels that one of these young guys are the guy to take and he pulls the trigger, I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we did trade back, you know what I'm saying, I would not be mad if we got a haul for it. I wouldn't be mad with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it depends on what he wants. I mean, me personally.
But what do you want, Tyrone?
I mean, I'll be real with you. I mean, if you're removing Deshaun Watson, man, I would probably say move back. I'm not comfortable with these two quarterbacks coming in. I mean, and if I had to pick one, I'll pick Fields over anybody. But I mean, trading back really does make a lot of sense, man. You know what I'm saying? The only problem is that Sam just hasn't been consistent in what we're trying. You know what he's done. And if he doesn't improve, then we lose. That's what scares me the most. So I mean, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I guess I'm gonna have to fucking waffle tonight because I have no clue what to do. I mean, in one aspect, I understand where they're coming from. Where he says it makes a lot of sense to move back. I understand in one aspect where you feel comfortable one quarterback and you feel we should move on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like, you know, it's watching Sam struggle over these years, and I'll stress these points. You know what I'm saying? He's been a lot of bad throws, but he's also 23 years old too as well. So, but if you feel that in your case, you think Wilson is way better than Sam. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know, Primetime said something last week that really made me think about something. I can't say that Wilson is better than Sam. I can't say that. I can't say Fields is better than Sam. I can't say that. So if we're moving back, what does
it say that you have no confidence that your quarterback is better than the rookies that are coming out?
I mean, you know, and you there's the bullseye right there. It sucks to have to fucking say some shit like that because you know if we miss out on Fields or Wilson being a star, and we end up keeping Sam and he shits the bed, then we're fucked. You know what I'm saying? We'll build in prime time. You know, I like to move back just for the piece.
We're not fucked.
But prime time, if you're talking about
unless Joe Douglas completely shits the bed with this draft, we're not fucked. We would have talent in place. It would just put more pressure on him to get it right next year or the year after whenever he does go after the quarterback.
Bro, listen, bro, I understand what you're saying, but the problem is with that, and I don't have this philosophy that you guys have that we're going to build a team up, then we'll find a quarterback. I don't want to do that shit. Find a quarterback and build a team around a quarterback. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you guys are trying to say. What I'm saying to you is it doesn't make sense to do that. You want to build a team up, and then if Sam shits the bed, we're gonna whatever assets we gain from a trade back, and say that we have to move up next year, we have to give all those away. So it would make logical sense if he feels comfortable to grab a quarterback now. That's my problem. If we're going to trade back,
if Sam is that bad. Right? I mean, where do you think the Jets are going to be picking? And we're going to have Seattle's first-round pick. And if they trade back, depending on who they trade back with, that's another first-round pick. Almost definitely that's another first-round pick that you're going to get. So you have 3 chances to have a somewhat, top 10 pick. So the idea that they have to get rid of all those assets, I mean, we don't know that for sure. And like we were just talking about last week, all the top quarterbacks in the league right now, how many of them were top 5 picks? Not many, if any of them.
Well, this is my problem with your philosophy. You're not saying that we trade back and Sam's going to fix his problems and be a good quarterback. You're saying if he doesn't do this, that's where I have an issue at. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an issue if Sam can develop to be what he's supposed to be in a system that's going to be more friendly to him and easier for him to make better decisions. Then I'm fine with that. I don't want to keep Sam, and we know he's not going to produce. That's the problem. So if you're saying move back, then you got to say that we're going to commit to Sam for 2 years. You can't commit to Sam for 1 year because if you only commit to him for 1 year, all you're doing is avoiding the inevitable. It makes no sense.
I mean, I'd be fine with picking up that option, but I mean that's on Joe Douglas. I think it's more than affordable at $18 million. But again, that's on them, and whether or not they want to take that risk.
I mean, you don't think that if we decide to keep Sam and we move back, we trade back, and Sam is not the piece that we need, you don't think that we're missing a golden opportunity? We just say on this show all day long that the number 2 pick is the most important pick in this draft right here. So if you move Deshaun Watson off the table, because that's my first choice, if you remove that choice, you know what I'm saying, then that decision to keep Sam has to be one that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going to have a team in place, but then you're going to bring in a rookie quarterback. So either way, it's going to be a process. You set this team back. Instead of progressing in a year or 2, you're still going to be 4 years away. That's where I have an issue at. So we're going to start over with a rookie quarterback. Let's start over. Boom. Start fresh. Then here's a 2-year process. If you keep Sam, he doesn't pan out. You built a good team, but now you got to get a rookie quarterback to come in and take 2 years to grow before you're in contention. 4 years. That's my problem.
Hey, Tyson, let me ask you a question.
Why am I getting involved in this?
I'm trying to bring my point to you. We were to sign, we signed Thuney and a center, Nick Martin, Lindsley, whichever one you want, right? We trade back to, say, 8, and we grab one of the 3 receivers, Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith. Now you have Becton, Thuney. You put the center, whichever center you get, you move Van Roten and Fant. Then you get a weapon for Sam. You wouldn't be happy having a line like that?
Dude, you can. I'd be happy with the line, no problem. I would not be happy with the quarterback, the most important position on the team.
What if he turns it around like Tannehill after the game?
I mean, what if he doesn't?
What if one of the rookies don't pan out?
What if the draft pick doesn't?
I'm going with the unknown over the known. I don't think Sam Darnold is the answer here. I mean, I'm not going to change my stance. You guys can present. No, you guys can present I've heard every what if, could have, this, that. I'm not buying it. You guys like Darnold, I don't. That's just, I'm not changing. I can understand how you build a team and all these great, listen, man, the Jets have plenty of resources without trading back to build their team. I won't change my stance on it. It's time to move on from Darnold, in my opinion. And I still continue to say, if what's that?
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, I can present a case for Watson, a rookie quarterback, and Sam Darnold, and say as long as Joe Douglas is legit and this coaching staff is legit, either way you could build a fucking winner around any of those guys. But for whatever reason, it seems like there's this side against Sam Darnold that says even if we have all these draft picks with all this cap space and all these players around him, that he's going to be that bad. And again, I'm not ready to say that about him based on what we've seen in the last few years and what was around that.
In your philosophy, you're building a excellent, tremendous, phenomenal team around him, and then say, well, he's going to play well. Well, fuck it, I'd hope so. You're giving the best case scenario in every situation. Say, well, Sam's going to play well like this, and good for him. That's great. That's just not the way I'm approaching it. I just don't think he's the answer here. I don't think so. That's just my personal opinion, what I've seen from him, and that's just the way I feel.
One quick question that has nothing to do with the quarterback. I just want to get you guys' opinion on it. Is anyone else not on board with Will Fuller?
I don't want Will Fuller.
Neither do I. I would almost rather him
he's
go
too
get
inconsistent.
Deep threat that's
over him.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely. I just think Fuller. I just think he's too inconsistent.
He can't stay healthy.
You know what I'm saying? He
my
next point. He can't stay. Oh, don't he got like a 4-game suspension next year?
Mm-hmm. I think he's only suspended for 1 game next year. I think he served like 5 games or whatever this past year. I think that's what it is.
He served it for the end. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, but see, to me, like if you get a guy like Samuels, you got Mims, and you get some, you know what I'm saying, you get somebody else, you know what I'm saying, like a Davis, or you grab somebody in the draft, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope this year right here we don't just take one receiver. I mean, at least give me 2 or 3 receivers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real.
So Tyrone, we have some breaking news here. So what the thing is, when people listen to our show, they take notes and they have observations and they keep track of all the things we say. So one of our very loyal listeners said, Tyrone's gone from loving Sam to being scared to stick with him to now being scared about every option in about 3 weeks. Your thoughts, Tyrone?
Well, Cassandra, first of all, we haven't had a chance to have our conversation, and I know you said you can't call in on a Tuesday show because it's like $1.99 a minute. So I'm gonna say this right here. You got a point, but I'm gonna say that either way. I mean, because each week I'm listening to everybody's opinion, everybody on the show. So you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting there thinking that moving back is a great idea. But at the same time, Tyson makes a great point to take a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my opinion's going whatever, man. Listen, and you can have it for $1.99. Man, I might have to pay for your call one day because I want to get a chance. You know what I'm saying, to get some of that fire you was giving the prime time. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's what it is.
So wait, we have more breaking news though. Do you want to hear more breaking news?
Oh, definitely, man.
So there is Eric Burkhart, the representative for Marcus Maye, has fired off a comment. He said the Jets have created cap space, $80 million in cap space from Field Yates. Eric Burkhart comes back and says, yet they refuse to take care of their best player, captain, and team-voted MVP in his prime, who had several All-Pro votes, and who played out his entire rookie deal and even changed positions on his contract year after they got rid of last year's All-Pro safety. Boom.
Ooh, shit.
See, this is the shit that I didn't want to happen, where we have a war with a safety. God.
What my guess is that they probably told him they're going to franchise him, and he's pissed. It's probably my guess.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, pretty much. I mean, pretty much. I mean, you got to think about it, man. Like we said, man, you got to factor in some of the stuff that he's done. I mean, talent-wise, I think that he's played pretty well. I mean, but you're talking about a guy that, you know what I'm saying, at one point you was going to let walk or trade away for nothing. Jamal leaves. This is your, oh, we love you now. Like he posted something, remember when they traded Jamal, oh, y'all love me now? You know what I'm saying? And you felt, some people had to feel stupid because, you know what I'm saying, Jamal was the Jets' hope. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, we'll let Maye go. No, we don't need Maye. We got Jamal. Now Jamal's going now. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to test free agency. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, hey, I ain't mad at Joe D because he's still going to get good money. So what do you think, Prime Time?
Listen, not for nothing. I know pretty much all these guys are McCagnon guys, but between Maye, Osemele, Quincy, Jamal, Robbie. I mean, you're pissing off a lot of players that are now going elsewhere, and players talk. So that's not necessarily a good look that, Joe Douglas has going on for him right now.
The game's beginning. And thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
I mean,
thanks, guys. See you guys later.
Yeah, have a good night, bro.
Have a good night, man.
All right, we're going to go to John in Atlanta. John, what's up, man?
What's going on, Tyson?
What's going on, OG?
What's going on? Man, I got a bone to pick with Tyrone, but I'm going to have you another time with that one. I'll call you back.
No, let's do it now. We love that kind of shit. Why wait? No better time than now.
Hey, listen, John,
I called
guy,
Tyrone.
Man. John, my dude.
I called Tyrone. He was supposed to call me back, and I guess he fell asleep.
Hey, man, my bad, bro. My bad.
Hollywood being Hollywood, man. What do you expect?
Hey, listen, man, John, but now I'm going to be real with you, man. John called and really reached out to me, with the passing of my family. Yeah, he took his time to call me, to make sure I was good. And I appreciate that, bro. I really, really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I really do. You know what I'm saying? Outside of
you didn't
just
appreciate
talking
nothing
whatever.
calling back.
I mean, this is a different conversation. We talked earlier that day. I was, in the midst of something. You know what I mean? So he know what I was doing. So anyway, man, listen, man.
Sounds like me.
So, listen. I mean, listen, man. You know what, man? This is how they treat me on these shows, John. You know what I'm saying? This is how they do me, bro.
Well, it's
but
more
John,
about how you treating John. Don't get us involved in your bullshit.
Nah,
It's how you treat him. We're trying to help him out here.
Hey, listen. John has said to me, and I told you about this as well. So listen, Jets play in Atlanta this year. John said, "Come down, baby. The doors are open." So what we gonna do, fellas?
Won't be open for you. Be open for me in prime time. You're on his shit list now. You're out.
Shit. See how Tyson? I just get thrown under the bus. Well, I'm telling you, baby.
I'll tell you, the invitation is over there. Y'all just let me know.
He done backed the bus up and everything. So, John, let me ask you a question, man. What is your biggest want for free agency, man?
My biggest want is to get rid of Sam Darnold, number one.
Well done.
Get rid of him. But besides that, wide receiver, running back, I need a tight end and a backup quarterback. Besides the offensive line, but that's a given.
So, Pronto, how do you feel about wanting to get rid of Sam Darnold, man? How you feel about that?
Let's talk about other players, man.
What are you doing?
Come on, Tyrone.
I mean, how do you feel, Pronto, about John wanting to get rid of Sam Darnold?
Everybody knows how Pronto feels about Sam Darnold.
Like I just said,
Tyrone gonna do that?
I can write up a blueprint for building a winner around any of the quarterback options that we've discussed tonight. So listen, I believe in Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold, but am I going to be overly pissed off if they move on from him? No, because you can just as easily build a winner around a rookie quarterback if you evaluate one of these kids and you think he's the goods.
What that Sam Darnold does that make you believe in him?
Do we have to do this? How about this? Let's change it up. Let's not go down this path again. How about this? Who do you want at wide receiver, John? Let's talk about wide receivers.
Let's see. My dark horses is Corey Davis, because like I said, I don't think Allen Robinson's coming. I don't think Galladay's getting out, and so I'll take Corey Davis. And my black horse, I just looked up the list. Laquan Treadwell out of Atlanta, the wide receiver who hasn't done nothing from Ole Miss. If you could get him in here, he's a big body, 50-50 ball. Why not? He ain't gonna cost much. Give him a flyer and see what he got. Can't do worse than Perriman.
Your thoughts, prime time.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they pick up, a guy like him or, just like somebody under the radar. I could see a guy like Kendrick Bourne as well. He's got the connection with San Fran. I think they will be in the market for, a Samuel or a Juju possibly to swap out for Crowder. But I still think they're going heavy at receiver in the draft. I mean, I'm just starting to, get into some of the film on some of the guys, beyond Devontae Smith and Jamar Chase.
Are you going to deep dive into the tape?
Starting to, man. But dude, you can make an argument that 7 receivers, could go in the first round or at least have first round grades. I mean, you start watching some of the tape on Rashad Bateman. Dude is fucking legit. Same thing, Rondale Moore, a little bit smaller of a guy, could play slot, could play outside. I think he's only like 5'9", but he benched or he squatted like 600 pounds. So the dude is just built like a truck. So there's a lot of talent out there at receivers. So whether you just sit back at 23, whether you try to trade up, using that in your 34th pick. I mean, there's a lot of options for getting receivers in the draft, and I think Douglas is going to have to do that.
I got a question for you, Prime Time, on Bateman. Yo, what are you seeing out of this kid, man? I've heard a lot of good things about him, heard a lot of bad as well, man. What are you seeing from what you've seen so far? What are you seeing in this kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he really legit like that?
Good route runner. You give him a little crease, he could take it to the house. I don't think he's an overly I don't think he's a 4.4 speed guy. I could be wrong on that, but I mean, he's got the size. You look at some of the one-handed catches that he's made. Some of the plays actually that he's made look pretty similar to Mims from last year. Like some of the highlight reel catches that he can make. So dude is he's built like a truck. Also, I think 6'2". Good after the catch, good route runner. I think he's going to be legit. A lot of people are comparing him to like Justin Jefferson as that guy who could be a late first round pick that just immediately is like your number one wideout from day one.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know right there.
I like Bateman. I think Bateman would be good on this team. So I wouldn't mind drafting him if we could ever get him. But I still say you should go after White Davis in the second round at number 34.
Oh, absolutely. If he's there at 34, bro, I don't know if he makes up the first round, man. I think this kid's a plug and play starter from day one. You know what I'm saying? This kid's a straight monster too. So
it all depends on how the ball plays out. To be honest with you,
John, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, bro,
I got one more thing to say. One more thing to say before you let me go. Shout out to Romeo making that video of you in primetime with the 2020 season prediction. That thing was hilarious. Y'all had me rolling. I was at work crying. I had tears coming out of my eyes, watching the frustration and the shotguns and everything else. So shout out to him. Shout out to y'all. Y'all keep on doing good work. Hey, the big guys out is leaving the building. I'll holler at y'all next time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we definitely got to thank Romeo, man. He put a lot of time into that.
Yeah, great job by Romeo. Apparently I was wrong. 3 days ago, he actually was reportedly clocked at 4.39 Bateman. So if he's running that with his route running ability to go over the middle and some of the catches he's making, he might not even be there at 22. So.
Nah, hey, bro, listen, like you said, prime time. It's 5 or 6 receivers that go in the first round, and think about it. This is the beauty thing about this. If all these quarterbacks go in the first round like they're predicting, it's gonna be a lot of receivers falling, man, in the first and second round. That man could be half.
Sounds like our conversation last year.
I mean, absolutely. Well, we didn't last year, bro. Like, I'm saying, I was really, really hoping to get a receiver, bro. Like, I'm saying? Like, I was really hoping to get more than one. So when we got Mims, man, I was just so ecstatic when we got him, bro. And then him, all the problems he had coming in. But like I said, man, with the COVID and the guys not getting training camp, it just threw him back. And then, like, you see flashes of Mims. Like, I'm saying? You're watching the Kansas City. Like, you're watching this kid, like, okay, this kid get it together, bro. Another receiver like him, a guy
I was
Samuels,
more
bro.
referring to the fact that we talked about the draft class over and over and over and over. We walk away with one receiver. That's what I was referring to.
Well, I mean, listen. So Tyson, you're not talking about that quarterback that we took in the 4th round that we didn't use.
Listen, man, I don't. We're not going to talk about things like that. I'm just going to say it's just funny that we're having this conversation about receivers in the draft. We had the same exact conversation last year. I found it funny.
I mean, I definitely understand that because, I mean, I know we took 2 players that didn't even play last year, so it probably could have been used on on a number 1, number 2, number 3 type receiver. I mean, but I don't, I mean, like, and someone even said Clark tonight, and I was like, well, damn, it'd be real nice to see what the fuck he could do, man, on the field. I don't know, man. Maybe he's a good, like you said, we were the hardest practice. Maybe he practiced really well, bro. Like, he just practiced a lot, so, like, what I'm saying? Old boy Morgan, I didn't even know he was still on the roster, bro. Like, I didn't even know he was still a quarterback, bro. You know what? He might be our starter this year. You know what I'm saying? They might trade Sam and say, you know what? We rolling with Morgan, baby.
We're going to go to Jake Klein. Jake, what's up, man?
What's going
Good
on,
evening,
Jake?
guys. How you doing?
Doing good, man. How you?
Good.
Good, man. Well, first, Tyrone, I haven't talked to you in a while, and my condolences to your loss and your family. I wanted to say that first.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
I know what it's like to lose a family member with everything going on. So just wanted to say that first. I wanted to say it last week. But anyway, I guess the theme of this week is what, free agency stuff, guys? Or I don't know if this is like an open book to talking about whatever. Anyway. Yeah. Well, I mean, first, I actually agree kind of with the last Afram's call and the guy just said before. I'm pretty big on Jonnu Smith. I actually really like that idea because the Niners' offense was very predicated based on tight ends and fullbacks. So I've kind of said Kyle Juszczyk already, but I kind of like the idea of Jonnu Smith. I think he's a better option on the market than like a Hunter Henry and the other guys that they're talking about. And we're going to get rid of Ryan Griffin. And, I mean, Jesus Christ, I can't watch Chris Herndon drop another ball ever again. That guy's just god-awfully bad. The name that, and I honest to God, I really hope we do get like a Tooney or Sheriff. A name that I looked up that I think we're not talking about at all, who actually was a twice Pro Bowl, even a short season, John Feliciano from Buffalo. The guy had an injury, and that's why Brian Winters went to Buffalo. This guy's gotten 2 Pro Bowls in the last 2 years, and the Buffalo Bills may not be able to bring them back, and we might be able to get him at a good value. They're talking about possibly he may only cost like $7-8 million a year. Now, he is a little injury prone. That's kind of why I think he'll possibly go onto the market and why the Bills want to get a hometown discount because they really know he's going to cost a little money, but the Jets have it. And I just think instead of not getting Tooney or Sheriff, I hope we do get Lindsley. I would love to get him and move McGovern over, but that other guard position I think is going to be open with Lewis. I think Feliciano is a very underrated filling that we could put in there.
Good call.
So, and obviously, Wyatt Davis, I think, is another good option. I don't know if you guys have talked in the show yet, but the Jets have actually, for wide receivers in the draft, they've already talked about a few people already. They've talked about this kid, Anthony Schwartz, out of Auburn. Like, they're saying this kid is, like, supposedly, like, the diamond in the rough they're going to get in, like, the 3rd to 6th round. So I like to see already that they're looking forward to how they're going to draft later in the 1st and 2nd round. Because let's face it, like, if we want to keep
of course they are. I mean, is that really surprising, though? I mean, of course they're going to be looking at receivers in the draft. They have none.
They didn't last year. That's the problem. We were so keen on the concept of believing that they were going to get people last year, and they didn't. I was, like, screaming at the television saying, okay, it was Mims, but who else? No, let's get Morgan and all these schmucks that weren't even worthy of taking. We could have gotten, like, Edwards from that went to the Raiders. I was big on him. There was even the kid that went to Jacksonville, the tall guy from Texas. He turned out to be actually somewhat decent. They just don't have a quarterback. And to me, the other option no one's talking about is the kid out of Clemson. The other kid, Amari, what's his name? Amari
Rodgers.
Amari Rodgers. Yeah, they're talking about him as an option too. He really hasn't gotten a lot of looks either. I would definitely consider him the other caller said Corey Davis. That actually is quietly a good option if we really can't get
it is.
Robinson. Yeah, Robinson is – Tyson, I'm with you on this, and we've talked about this already. Robinson I don't think is coming here. Unless we get Watson, which I would say is still top priority. I think getting I've said it again, the number 2 – actually, let me take a step back for a second. If we haven't traded Darnold yet, is it because fully we want to just see the pro days? Is that like the plan they have right now?
They're saying right now they want to see the pro days and they want to cover they want to cross everything out. I think really, man, they're waiting on Watson and these pro days. I think after that they're gonna make the decision. I mean, but you never know. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to move the 2nd pick of the draft, you definitely want to build up. Ants for that pick. So I just think that if they're gonna keep Sam, they're gonna build that pick up, man. If they trade up the 2nd pick of the draft, they want a haul, bro. So you're not getting that. For a 2nd, or a 3rd, it's gonna be multiple picks. So, if they do that, it's gonna be beautiful.
No. I mean,
Jake,
my point is just that. I was just gonna say my point is that to get Darnold, potentially we get a 1st round pick for Darnold, luckily, or if it's a high 2nd round pick, they're gonna use that as the package. That's what I was trying to say, not that just the number 2 pick. Clearly.
Jake, thanks for calling. We only got a couple minutes left. We appreciate it, man.
Hey, bro, have a good night, bro.
Tyrone, come on the stream, man. I want to see you face to face.
Hey, anytime, man. I'm coming, man.
Oh,
listen. I guess the only way I'm gonna get to talk to Cassandra, I'm gonna have to come on the stream, bro. Listen, I'm definitely gonna be on soon, bro, because I keep getting hit, so I gotta return some love. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely appreciate it, bro.
I want to see your pretty face, man. Most importantly.
I mean, hey, look here, man.
Have a good night, Dave.
Hey, look here. I ain't do it like that, man.
We're going to go next up. We're going to go to John and Lakers. John, we got about 2 minutes, man. What's up?
Oh, shit, man. Let me just start pouring the syrup for a minute and a half. No, I'm kidding, man. Tyrone, you messing up. Where are you going, man? You're supposed to be on this side of the ball with that Sam shit.
Where was you at when my man said you want to see my pretty face, man? You ain't defend me then. You supposed to come on and kill that right then, bro. You know what I mean? Not reason.
That was the jump off right there, right? No, but real quick on that, I ain't gonna get into the whole Sam thing. I'm gonna give Primetime a break. But I think we're all, me included, we drafted Sam. We thought Sam would be something. We didn't get to put much around Sam, so I think we're all afraid in that aspect of pulling the trigger on a rookie quarterback. But it just sets us up clean slate. You know what I mean? But I still think, I firmly believe we're going to get Watson. I believe we're in the driver's seat with that. They can't really trade to nobody else because what are they going to trade for? The third or fourth best quarterback to get rid of Watson, even if they get a haul? I think the second overall pick is the key to that, and that's what I definitely want to happen. I still firmly believe that's going to happen. It's just going to take the pro days to happen and all that stuff. But somebody was saying earlier, Lattimore's not a free agent, though. Am I correct? Because that kind of threw me off earlier.
I didn't think he was
wrong
either.
on that. I don't think he's a free agent. I think we would have to trade for Lattimore, but I don't know would that command a first round pick or I don't, because I know he's really good. But I was thinking of a little lesser trade, maybe a later round pick. I didn't know Rudolph was they cut Rudolph, which is crazy. I would definitely go after him now that he's available. And I believe Njoku from the Browns, isn't he available also at the tight end position?
Hey, John, do you know which school Kyle Rudolph goes to?
What school? No, he's Notre Dame.
There you go. Good job, man. Good job. Well done.
Oh, shit. But
twice in one
you messed me up with that. That was funny, though. What about trading the late pick for Zach Ertz, though? Do you think he's still got something in the tank? And giving the Eagles, because they're going to be looking to create room. That's somebody nobody was talking. Huh?
He might just get cut. Isn't he making like over $8 million?
Yep, I think he gets cut.
Yeah, I didn't know if they could cut him because I didn't know if they were going to get like a negative cap hit for that. But like even trading maybe like just a later round pick for him or something like a fifth or a fourth, they might like how we got Marshall kind of. But I still think he's a good player, and that's something like Joe Douglas might be able to make something low key like that happen. I think that'd be interesting.
Hey, bro, the Eagles are $43 million. Hey, bro, the Eagles are $43 million over the cap, bro. You don't got to trade for him. They're gonna give. They $43 million. They're $43 million over the cap, bro. They fuck. Don't worry about it. That's why they got. I don't know what it is since Wentz been gone, but they screwed.
John, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, have good goods. All right, take care.
Have a good night.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one,
Sorry
bro.
Sorry we couldn't get everybody else on, man. There was so many freaking calls tonight. Tyrone, your thoughts, your nuggets for tonight?
Hey, man, great show as always, man. Thanks to everybody for the support. Cassandra, you know what I'm saying? We definitely going to get together soon. I mean, I ain't prime time, so just let you know I'm coming. And Tyson can boo all he wants because Tyson waffled tonight. I know y'all heard that shit, so it is what it is, baby.
The fuck did I waffle?
Love y'all. Have a good one. Yeah, you waffled. I'm going to listen to the show again tomorrow, so don't worry about it. You waffled.
If anybody waffles, you just continue your streak of waffling. You waffle with quarterbacks, man. It's just like We have a running list now. We have to have get a reporting department on you now. What's your thoughts, man?
Great show. Thank you everybody that called in. Great calls tonight. Excited to finally have free agency right around the corner. Some real football news. So looking forward to the next few weeks.
At Talk Jets Radio, Instagram and Twitter. Let's Talk Jets Radio on YouTube, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Take care.
Later.
All right, bro. Y'all be good.